Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
No.
Yes. Basically, everybody had their Gmail sent out publicly. You know what? You know what this means, Johnny? Basically, everybody had their Gmail sent out publicly. What are you doing? You know what? You know.
You know, Michael. I'd like to take a better approach at this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
I was just gonna say like free advertisement.
I don't think free advertisement is the best thing. You know what?
Guys, we're live right now. Introduction.
Hey everybody, welcome to a
The
Johnny
worst thing
Rants
that
video.
happens. The worst thing that happened to reviewing since the death of Roger Ebert. This is a part 4 in the series, and this is honestly getting tiresome.
Let's finish it. You're my brother again. I love you.
I don't care.
Okay.
All right.
Diego, roll the clips.
When we lift our spirits, we do better.
Yes, I know we do. Okay, Boomer, let's go. Before I have to start sniffing.
Invasion.
Oh,
Boring.
Us. Okay, and
do we have to go through every single second of this?
Look, if we want to be in detail, we have to do this. But saying prefacing everything you say with with boring only proves to detract your argument, Mr. Plinkett. The most boringest one is not an argument. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, this guy's just stating.
Communications disruption can mean only one thing: invasion.
It can also mean that you didn't pay your phone bill. So that Nabu seemed to be on the case about this.
What else could it Well, I mean, if you're being blockaded, then there's a pretty big probability that you're going to be invaded if the communications are being disrupted.
Yes.
This thing. The old guy seems to know what's going on. And although they are a peaceful people with no army, this asshole seems to be an expert in the process of planetary invasions. What is that?
I mean, it's not very. I do too, but it's not very hard to deduce a few things. Okay, so the puzzle pieces he has to connect are that the ambassadors are missing and the communications are disrupted. I think it's very easy to formulate an idea of what's going on based on those facts.
I'm down and out. We're there.
I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah, right around that rock.
Is the purpose of this invasion. It's almost like after Lucas wrote the invasion scenes, he didn't really know what to do next.
The purpose of the invasion scenes is to give stakes to the movie. Because what would happen if there were no invasion scenes? There wouldn't be the same amount of stakes if there were.
Yeah.
You could say the same thing about the Death Star. What's the point of a Death Star? Unless that's a really, really stupid statement.
Johnny, he's bringing you down to his level. Don't let him. We shouldn't spend so much time on the little things like he does here. But what we should do is we should criticize his big arguments, which make no sense.
Okay.
Thought he'd make the Queen have to sign a treaty to make the invasion legal. I mean, why not? First of all, forcing someone to sign a treaty
I mean, it's only for the Senate, the signing of the treaty to say that it's like, well, I mean, forcing someone to sign a treaty is a pretty common thing people do.
Let's see. Hitler. Oh, wait, no. Well, kind of.
Okay,
No, Hitler wasn't forced to sign the treaty, but the Germans in World War I were forced to sign the treaty. That's what I meant. Not Hitler.
I mean, if you have defeated a people, usually you force them to sign a treaty.
Yeah, or they will go extinct.
Yes. Okay,
Pretty
continue.
scary if you think about it.
Contradicts the purpose of a signature on a treaty. You might as well just forge it if you're gonna make her sign it. So meanwhile, Qui-Gon
Booze is off drinking rum.
You're Qui-Gon Jinn, Mr. Plinkett. Anyways, no.
You know, I have a feeling that this guy's
forging. I mean, they might have. I think instead of making her signing a treaty, they could have done a myriad of things. Like, they could have just recorded a video of the Queen saying the invasion is perfectly legal, or something of that caliber.
Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
Gordon.
Booze and Obi-Wan are in the underwater city. Qui-Gon is still talking about warning the Naboo that they're about to be attacked, when he really doesn't know that they're actually going to attack them.
A droid army is about to attack the Naboo.
Then, since Qui-Gon is jumping to conclusions and making shit up, Obi-Wan starts doing it too.
Once those droids take control of the surface, they will take control of you.
First of all, the only...
Okay, let's hear his argument.
Yeah.
Before we can jump to the conclusion that we have reasons to believe that they're telling the truth. Okay, let's hear the argument.
The thing the Jedis know at this point is that they were sent to settle a trivial dispute about taxing trade routes. All of a sudden, Obi-Wan thinks he knows the entire plan of the Trade Federation. How does he know?
I mean, they saw the robot army. That's a pretty
Usually when armies show up, that's a pretty clear sign that an invasion is going to happen.
Also,
especially when they're in troop transport.
They snuck onto an army ship. Also, before he says any of his arguments, we just want to make it clear that Qui-Gon had no plan up to going down to Naboo because it was his last resort.
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue.
They plan to take control of the surface and the underwater city too? Maybe they just want to steal some kind of priceless artifact from the Naboo. Maybe the Naboo...
It wouldn't require a giant army.
That's true. Unless it's Indiana Jones and the Raiders Lost Ark.
Look, Michael, they're the Trade Federation, so they could have easily just bribe them.
Oh yeah,
in order. Okay.
Who did some kind of horrific act against the Trade Federation, and they're just getting some revenge.
You and the Naboo form...
I mean, it's obvious that's...
Let's face it. We all know where this leads.
So
we all know that Jar Jar is a Sith Lord.
No, Michael. So let's think about that pretty quickly. So what he's saying is that that it might be a possibility that they're there to enact revenge. The thing is, if that's the case, then why would they have killed the Jedi?
Good point.
Well, why would it?
I'm trying to think.
Okay, let's see his next point.
Form a symbiont circle. What happens to one of you will affect the other. You
let's see, sine, cosine.
must understand this.
Now, what does that even mean? How is it totally?
Because if the okay, so if San Marino, if Italy gets invaded, San Marino is also going to get invaded.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you do?
Now, I mean, it's pretty obvious to see why if the Naboo fell, the Gungans would also fall.
Yes, it is.
Isolated city underwater, affected at all by the Naboo being attacked by droids on the complete other side of the...
We see it later in the film that the Gungans are going to be.
Yeah, that is true.
Not enough. I need more.
When also, other side. I don't think it's the other side. It's shown to be a pretty quick ride.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue.
Planet. Yes. I said the other side of the planet because...
The speediest way. The Naboo is going through the planet core.
By planet core, I assume it means planet.
Really? Do they actually think they're going through the planet core? What kind of idiot would make such an assumption like that? Of course they're not going through the planet core. Boss Nass is obviously stating a hyperbole. A hyperbole.
Hey, by the way, who's Dexter Jester?
He's the best character in Star Wars, except for Newt Gunray.
What about Jar Jar?
I think that Jar Jar he gets a bad rap.
Yeah, I agree.
Also,
it's the most boringest one.
Also, it's not shown that they ever go through the planet core.
Yeah. Diego, do you have anything you want to say?
Core. Like the center? Usually that's what a core is. So they spend 2 hours flying deeper and deeper into the planet underwater. I guess to emerge on the other side of the planet, I guess?
This is stupid. No! Because they go ahead to save the princess.
No!
You absolute numpty.
Well, no. They're not, do we ever, how long is the ride?
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so.
And let's just say they're moving at 30 kilos per hour.
No, let's say, okay, 30 kilos per hour in 5 minutes. That's pretty reasonable. So that means
Especially
they're
because they're
going.
underwater.
They're going at. See,
like 45 miles per hour.
No.
All I want is you, baby, running in the 90s. Is a new way to set me free.
It's just 5 hours.
The question.
It's only 2.5 kilometers, so it's not too far away.
Yeah.
Take them off. Bruh.
Okay.
Never.
Continue.
And why did the droid armies land on the other side of the planet where the Gungas...
No, they didn't.
Even when I'm not paying attention, it still sounds dumb to me. Like, that's how dumb it is.
I think we have established that they haven't landed on the other side of the planet because that would be ridiculous.
Yes, very. Plus, they have nothing of want on the other side.
So...
What they want is they want the Princess Padme.
Padme's only...
And Anakin.
No. Hey, Michael, stop.
Turn.
Padme's only so old. Only 14.
Really?
Yes.
Natalie Portman is not just 14 in this. She's like 22.
No, she's 14 in this movie.
Oh, but like, as an actor, like...
No, she was 16 when they filmed
Why does
this.
he sound older in your sentence?
Yes, I am serious.
Somebody's been doing his research.
Speaking in front of
Well, yes. Because I have to know my arguments and things.
Indeed. Continue. I'm sorry.
City is. They expected no opposition. Why land in the middle of forests and spend time chopping through the woods so far away from your target?
Okay, the 90s were pretty hip, so I mean,
it's
right outside.
I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, so it doesn't change a lot.
But look at that CGI grass.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad shot.
Yeah.
Unless you take into consideration this was made in 1999.
Yo, guys, Michael.
Yeah.
You just said stop, Michael. Natalie Portman isn't. Natalie Portman isn't Padme. She just plays her.
I knew that, Diego. I knew that.
Well, also, it's an intimidation. Landing on the other side of the planet is also an intimidation factor because it shows that they can land on the other side of the planet.
Exactly.
And
still threaten your populace.
So either way, it's different.
Yes, indeed.
Either way, it doesn't make a difference.
The city. Or in the city. Anyways, so like idiots, they surface the bongo right in the middle of an occupied city in broad daylight.
I mean, wait a second. Do they have a reason to be hidden?
No, none. Like, zero.
So, I mean, if you were to criticize the scene, it would be that they don't land closer to the dock.
Yeah, that's basically it. Hey, is that Luke's speedster in the left corner?
Also, that shot looks a bit bad.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. It will be one in your face right there.
How will we get Jude on a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, get him on. Make him my replacement.
He's like making so many points. Hey, Jude, you want to join a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, Jude.
Okay, so yes.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
And Ginny just looks around without any attempt at subterfuge. Inside the city, Queen of Menace.
There's no reason for subterfuge.
There's no reason because it's not like they thought they arrived before the droids. Or at least that's what I'm thinking.
We've got hostiles. Hello, Gordon.
Say that one more time, and I'm gonna.
Anyways.
32 to your house, Michael.
I'm thirsty.
In what way?
No, don't bring it up.
Don't start me, Johnny. Don't start me.
Okay.
Because I'll keep going and going until we eventually go back to the love calculator and we start putting in incestuous couples.
No. Don't even talk about it. Just.
Okay, no. Let's continue. Let's continue.
It has been captured by the green guys. But instead of forcing her to sign the treaty right then and there, or keeping her locked up inside the big Capitol building under heavy guard, they inexplicably send her away from them.
Okay, let's hear the argument, but they tried to convince her. I'm just gonna say that. Continue.
Yes, sir.
Process them.
Remember, this is the most important person in the whole planet.
They're trying to give the queen some more convincing. Well, when I first saw the movie, and when I got to that scene, I'm like, oh, they have no use for her, so they're gonna torture her to get the treaty out of her. Okay, let's continue.
Plan, and they send her to be processed in some place called Camp 4.
Captain, take them to Camp 4. Roger, roger.
Oh.
Roger.
Or at least they remember to send.
Is that a bird man? No, that's the old guy.
So, can you increase the resolution on this video, Diego?
Yeah, Diego.
I can't. It's 2011. Of course, not gonna be better.
Okay.
Send her with the whopping 8 battle droids to protect her from the 2 Jedis that they just discussed they had.
I think they thought that they killed the Jedi.
Yeah, I would too if considered.
And this also contradicts the previous point that they went to the city in the middle of broad daylight. Because that point can only work if the Jedi know they're being chased.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Had not found yet.
You didn't tell him about the missing Jedi.
No need to report that to him until we have something to report.
Pause.
But don't.
That was.
That's
Was that?
common human error.
That was before or after? That was before they told the droids to kill the Jedi.
I agree.
Okay.
Don't worry. These battle droids have proven very effective against Jedi Knights.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is the first time it's happened, so who knows?
I mean, also, that's only a handful of droids.
Yeah, now you put a 500 and the Jedi start swathing through, then I'd be more concerned.
Wait, no. You know, it really adds a lot of tension in the movie when the main enemy forces are totally ineffective.
It's the first time these guys are encountering these guys.
Well, yes, it's consistent. Plus, the stormtroopers were incompetent. So, yeah. And no, I mean, a few people complain about that, but it doesn't matter because we're supposed to show the Jedi at the height of their powers.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong here. Plus, you get to see some action, and you called this movie boring, so.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
There are too many of them. Won't be a problem.
Oh, it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, now I'm really on the edge of...
I mean, what they mean is that it's not gonna...
Yeah, I just want to point out, this is brilliant movie making right here. If we look at the girl all the way on the right, that's actually Natalie Portman.
Yeah, yes.
The girl in the middle, but what they've done...
I mean, their own parents couldn't recognize them.
Yeah. And then the girl in the middle, we're not quite sure who she is. She could be somebody else, but she kind of could look like
they all got Portman lookalikes.
Exactly.
And the girl on the left, the queen. Yes, sir.
Diego, continue.
Michael?
To my seat.
Yeah, Jedi cut them down like they're butter, and they really are pretty useless.
Fuck you.
Language.
Well, why? I mean, they cut them down like butter, but that's the point. I mean, you want all stories to be the same because you don't like things different. So what's the point of you reviewing this?
Exactly.
No, this is a scene. This is something I agree with, like partially, but
let me guess. He's going to say escape.
No. The following points. I agree with some of them, but tweaked, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Should you get Grammett and Hamilton?
No, get Jude.
Get both of them.
Get Jude.
Yes, first get Jude, then get
Who's the second person watching this? Who's watching it?
Jude. Because he's Judelicious of Judy Hammy Happy Town.
Did you just say?
Okay.
So he's Judy Hammy of Happy Town.
Escape from the planet of boring.
You couldn't even do a correct Planet of the Apes there. Come on, man.
From the planet of the boring. Yeah, this is a small critique of this critique, but it would have been better if they had of the boring.
Planet of the Boring.
Because that would have been at least a nice reference. And I know that, I mean, people like references. I got into a debate with someone about whether this guy was an actual film buff.
Gordon, I'm tired. Sorry.
And I said he wasn't because he didn't have enough to say in his review about the Phantom Menace. And he just kept deflecting every single point I gave to him. Okay, let's continue.
So they free the Naboo Air Force, and then they get on a silver jet thing to run through a blockade.
It's not an Air Force. It's called a Space Force.
Also, I'd like to respond to one of their comments. These ships have obviously not always been there, so they could have followed them.
Yeah. Now, I think one of the biggest things that we should probably address.
Why
are the ships here really shiny, and then like in A New Hope, really?
I don't know, Paul. It's a newer video. It's a newer movie than New Hope.
Yeah, I know, but like chronologically, how do we explain this?
Because there was probably not good enough. Like there wasn't like as good effects back in the 80s than the 90s.
This is the 90s, the end of the 90s. Diego, get educated, boy.
No, you get educated because New Hope was released in the 80s.
No, A New Hope was released.
Okay,
in
so the guy who said.
1977.
Okay, so the guy who said that the blockade is just a ring around the planet. Why can't they fly in any other direction? Because the blockade can move and they can shoot them, so that would have been useless.
Yeah.
And I'd also look at this guy.
30 seconds.
Also, this guy called Bitcoin Motorist is imagine a world where the Star Wars prequels were awesome.
They are.
Yeah, and I said it's this reality.
And what did he say?
He doesn't respond. The comment was 3 years old.
Oh.
Can you get Graham on?
I'll see what I can. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, let's continue. Diego.
Which again, I remind you, the point of a blockade is to stop ships from getting through. So Qui-Gon Jinn could have very easily gotten everyone killed. Does anyone smell gin? Hey.
I think the point is that, well, that's a character flaw on Qui-Gon's part. But I think they should have, I think if George Lucas were to convey that it's not the scene better and that it would be more believable, I think the ship should have tried to dodge some of the attacks. And maybe an offhand line about how the Federation ships are only for invasion. You know, something like that, so people aren't confused. If you know what I'm saying, Michael.
It's 11:30 in the morning. Who's been drinking? So no one's really that nervous about running this blockade until the shield generator gets hit. Bam.
I mean, it's established the shield generator is the only thing that's protecting them from life and death. So I wouldn't be too nervous until the shield generator got hit. So also, I just like to point out one thing. Have you heard a single ounce of praise from this guy about this movie? I'm asking you this, Michael. Michael? Michael?
Where is thou, Michael? Hold on. What happened?
What now?
When we land.
Well, what did you? Why are you calling
trying to get
me?
people on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Have you heard a single ounce of praise from this guy? Even a second of praise in his 40 minutes when he's talking?
Of the movie? No.
Yes.
Not one at all.
People still love Jar Jar.
Kids love Jar Jar.
Yes, they do.
Not just kids.
Adults too.
Well, I mean, Anomaly Inc. likes Jar Jar.
Of course, Anomaly Inc. likes Jar Jar. He likes prequels.
He doesn't like every aspect of the prequels.
People on there.
Is it possible we could make this a half-part stream?
Yes, it's very possible that we're going to do that. In fact, I think it's actually going to happen. Okay,
because if we can't get Jude on, I need a bail. Not yet, but go ahead.
Okay, continue.
Blammo! Shabams!
I mean, this is a subjective point, but I find his sound effects are annoying because I hear more of his voice, and his voice is in and of itself is already extremely annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, just continue. I just want to say that.
Ooh, then suddenly it's dangerous. Hey, wait. Just like...
Because, I mean, it's established that if the shield generator goes off, they're vulnerable to attacks.
Yes, it is.
Continue.
What kind of deadly gas it is before you smell it? How does the shield generator get hit while the shields are up? Shouldn't it? Oh, fuck it.
You can't get the shield generator.
Easy, because shields
Wait, guys,
can get
let's all say it
overpowered.
together. 1, 2, 3.
The most boringest one.
I meant language.
Language.
Oh, language. Right.
Lingua.
Ha, I beat you to it.
It's what we're sitting ducks.
Wait, slow down, asshole.
Language.
Language.
Everything anyone says in this movie makes no sense, so I have to keep up here, okay?
No, you don't. You have the ability, and I know this is unique, but it's a very, unless you're recording this in the cinema, which is a very unlikely possibility. But yeah, let's think about. Let's say that's the case. If you're recording in the cinema, how are you able to take such clean footage of what you're looking at? Plus, well, you know, have you ever heard of this thing called the rewind?
I have.
Yeah, these people haven't.
Apparently. It is sad.
Stop.
The shields are gone.
Okay, wait.
We're losing droids. Fuck. Hey, here.
We're losing droids.
Hey, can you send Jude the meeting?
Diego, send Jude the meeting. Or else I will kill you.
Yeah,
I'll come to your house.
Well, okay.
By the way, happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is today.
We said not now.
Wait, no, what?
You said not now. Can you get James?
I tried.
Diego, get everybody. I don't care if it's your dad. Just get him in here.
Why?
I don't think we want him in here because this is. Anyways, like I said, why can't you just break this down in a normal fashion instead of pretending you're at the cinema recording and reviewing this movie?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Is there a reason why you say cinema instead of movie?
Because cinema is a better word.
Okay. Makes sense. Comprende. We should review The Greatest Showman at some point.
We should review Metropolis at some point.
Or Equilibrium with Christian Bale.
Or Sergei Eisenstein's Battleship Potemkin, or a movie that these people have never seen.
Oh, Battleship, that really cheesy, horrible
No, not Battleship. Battleship Potemkin.
Bring down like 5 or 6 stacks.
Okay, let's continue.
Wait.
And keep out of trouble.
Hold on a minute.
There's the blockade.
Hold on. Okay, wait.
That's pretty easy to follow.
Yes, it is, unless your brain is this guy.
Okay, so let me just break it down for you, Mr. Plinkett.
Your brain is a snail.
No, there's a shield generator. It's vulnerable to being hit, and if it gets hit, then they're doomed.
Yes.
Also, if they're sending droids to repair it, but if the droids don't repair it, they're doomed.
Exactly.
Pretty simple plan.
SCP-6912, also known
Enough
as
with the demonic SCPs, Diego.
Johnny, can you tell Michael how SCP is not demonic?
SCP is very
please. Okay. Can you just?
How will you be sitting ducks without a shield generator? Are you implying
they're vulnerable to being hit? It's a very simple thing.
Here, if I'll just go into I'll go into geek mode for a second. May I?
Okay, I was about to call that. I was going to go into geek mode for honest trailers when they said the Cantina guys. I was going to say Dr. Evazan and other dude.
Oh,
continue.
Okay, so basically, here's the thing. I'll break it down really quickly. Shield generator generates shield per ship. What if the shield generator can only take a certain amount of punishment? Once it's overloaded, which can be caused by a direct hit to the shield generator, which we saw earlier, the shields will automatically go down, at which point repair drones are dispatched. If those drones fail, then your shields are down and your hole is exposed, and if another hit occurs, then it'll go straight to the hole and no kinetic energy will be dispersed, i.e., you're doomed. Continue.
implying that with the shield generator you wouldn't be sitting ducks? That you would be able to breathe?
Yes, exactly. Bravo, you got the point. Why are you pretending to be confused? Being confused is not conducive to good criticism.
Yes. Hello, Gordon.
Breathe through this blockade.
SCP-682 at your house tonight, Michael.
SCP-682 is
Precast being in a house tonight. Move your body from left to right to all those streets. Don't stop the rock. That's East House beginning. Everybody will be up and down on the floor and bring your body with you, baby. Make you feel right. It's a freaky celebration of a natural.
Okay, can you go back?
Okay.
And the
can you go back a little bit?
Experience will blow your mind. Dun, dun, dun.
Sitting ducks.
Michael, stop.
I'm sorry.
Without a shield generator. Are you implying that with the shield generator you wouldn't be sitting ducks? That you would be able to breeze through this blockade somehow? Doesn't that
no, but it'll definitely increase your odds of survival.
No, it's not. Okay, if you had a shield and 1,000 people. Yeah, okay, so my problem with this scene, and it's my big problem with the movie, is that this scene is kind of it's kind of ridiculous, like flying directly in. They should have done some maneuvering to show that it's not super easy to escape it. And that does take some finesse.
1999 CGI, time is Monday. Money.
Okay, so it wasn't a problem on their parts, just that if they could, they probably would have done it if they could have done it.
And this is before Disney, so.
I hate how Disney treats the properties it buys.
Yeah. The mouse.
So, okay, imagine if you had a shield and 8 people were swarming you with swords. You had a shield and a sword.
Tink, tink, tink.
You wouldn't be a sitting duck.
Exactly.
But
if one of the swords breaks the shield in just the right place, then you're going to break your arm and you're going to be helpless.
Then you would be a sitting duck.
Exactly. But if you had something that could repair that arm really quickly, like stim pack, you could go shink.
Oh yeah, I know a stim pack.
Yeah. Good old Fallout.
Only Fallout game I've played is the mobile version. Don't sue me.
Sued. I actually don't know about which one.
Purpose of a blockade if any ship with an operational shield?
I mean, this is obviously shown to be a special ship.
Yes. And a fast one.
And also you can see in this scene the concern on the Jedi's face because they don't know if they're going to live.
Yeah. Even
the mighty Jedi don't know that they're going to live.
Yeah. They have a little bit of foresight, but not a lot.
Can one of you get Seamus?
Diego, go get Seamus.
I don't know if Seamus will ever join. He's gonna be. He's that type of person that's just gonna be like, nah, I have better stuff to do in life.
Just do it. Just call him.
No,
if you force Seamus.
Hey, can you get Graham on Discord?
I already tried. He's not picking up. I called him like 3 times.
At least get like Brace or Graham or something.
Brace, you know, Brace is cool, but I don't think he would understand it a lot.
Gramison Hamison, get him on.
Already tried. I just said that.
Throwaway line would have been good.
He's gonna probably disprove some of your arguments. He's a good arguer, you know.
No, he kind of no. He can disprove his, but he can't disprove mine because I have.
You think you're too good, right? Let's see what he does.
It's just that I know this thing more, and
George Lucas didn't use the proper world building. That's why the prequel sucked.
You take that back now. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue the video.
Not be a sitting duck and could go through the blockade? I would think that with Trade Federation ships of that size and quantity, you'd get blown to fucking pieces with.
Let's say it 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Language.
I mean, we never. Do we see? Do they? The point is that they don't. That it's a risk, but it's the only feasible option.
Yeah.
And, wait, can you rewind that?
Me when I see Anakin's arm get cut off. You didn't have to cut me off.
No, can you rewind it, Diego? Because like I don't see that.
Sitting duck and could go through the blockade? I would think that with Trade Federation ships of that size and quantity, you'd get blown to fucking. Think that with Trade Federation ships of that size and quantity, you'd get blown to fucking pieces. Quantity, you'd get blown to fucking quantity. You'd get blown to fucking pieces.
Stop repeating language.
You'd get blown to fucking pieces with or without shields.
Stop. Pause it. Pause it. Yeah, because that's how it works. Okay. They're called droid control ships. So, I mean, their primary purpose is not to stop that. You know, I think that if a throwaway line were like that ship is this ship is the only. This ship is the
Oh no, Mr. Plinkett's Ghostbusters review 2016 coming to you soon. Under freshman.
Right in front of me.
You know, I mean,
that was a really, really horrible movie, anyways.
Wait, what was the horrible movie?
Ghostbusters 2016. You know, the one with all the whammon.
You know, the problem wasn't that they included women. The problem was that they included Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
That's a really big problem.
Yes.
But like, I believe that this scene could have been. You're not offering a critique, or.
Yeah.
The point of a critique, as I recall, is to look at all the things a critic did, praise them when they're good, recommend changes when they're bad,
yes,
and then continue.
How about you?
But
hey guys, is it okay if I head out, or and we'll cut it here, and then we'll continue maybe Friday, or maybe next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
See everybody. This has been the stream. Hope you all enjoy. Bye.
More people are gonna watch later. Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
So anyway.